loves the physical contest. He just loves body on body. In fact, he loves crashing through bodies, whereas Naitanui is such a wonderful athlete and can run away from the contest. Big night this for the Giants, big test up against the West Coast Eagles. Can they continue their good form? Well, the Eagles get win number 3. We are underway here at Domain. And Naitanui wins that first one beautifully, just as Ben said, to advantage, straight down the throat of Shuey towards Kennedy, and it doesn't get much better than that. The perfect start for the Eagles. The man that kicked 11 goals against them last year, and he kicked their first goal, has got it again. How good was that? The strength in that contest from Kennedy was spot on. Davis is a big man, and his confidence is high as well, Davis, at the moment, but Kennedy there just was able to push back, which is tough to do. Got that separation on the jump, and that was an excellent grab after some great centre bounce work from Naitanui and Shuey. Deserves the perfect kick after the perfect start from the centre square. Kennedy for his first. He's got it. The crowd are on their feet. What a start for the Eagles. That was brilliant. First thing I noticed, Jono, was what a start. You called it. It's harder to show strength to somebody who's actually taken up the rear position to keep them away from the drop. And he actually leans back on his man here. He'll come into the screen there. Sees that left arm pushes Phil Davis away from it. And he's got some scalps this season so far, Phil Davis. He's playing beautifully. He's got Nick Revold, Jesse Hogan, Kurt Tippett and Lance Franklin and Tommy Lynch last week. So, as if on cue, the same start as last season. Kennedy with the first goal of the night. It's interesting down the other end of the ground. You've got Schofield on Cameron. You've got McGovern who's gone to Stewart. They've gone tall. So Shepherd has to go to McCarthy. This time Shuey was on the move and Naitanui put it out in front of him and he was held. So they're looking dangerous already. Kennedy again the target. Naitanui, where did he come from? The centre. McGuinness trying to get it out. Naitanui battles again. Umpire giving the players plenty of time to get it out, but they don't. They have a ball up. They have a free kick, in fact. It's going to the Giants, going to Bud.
This is the area of the ground where West Coast have been dominant so far this year. Turnover scores from here have been enormous, and the forward pressure, GWS are going to work really hard to get the slingshot they normally get off half-back. Yeah, they didn't get any pressure, Brad, last week from the Suns coming out of their defensive 50 at all. None whatsoever. Broken them open here. Here they go. On the end of it. Stewart. Plays on the left boot. It's a mongrel kick. It's a horrible kick. Shepherd in the way of the intercept. That has danger written all over it. That ball gets lobbed in the air. Shepherd, who's a legitimate small on baller size. What did he be? 6 foot, Jono? 183, yeah, 184. Cam McCarthy's a 191, 192, but plays even bigger than that. Shepherd 186 according to the AFL record. They measured him in the stops. Which is perfectly legal, of course. Yes, it is. Considering you play in them. Yeah. Here's Cripps. His personal best earlier in the year in the opening game against the Bulldogs. Very interesting too in the Eagles forward line. Hill's been picked up by Hayne and they directed Hill to take him as deep as they could. There they are there. So he's come up and followed Hayne out because Hayne was so offensive last week off half-back. He's been very good, Haynes. He's taken a lot of intercept marks as well. Now here's Ward, the short kick from Treloar, who then runs to the bench to get Shield on, who started on the bench, and they work it wide through Bug and Patfull. Whitfield is a very good user of the football. That not so. Good smother. Shuey. Dangerous. Duggan. Brad mentioned him at the start. Kennedy. And a good turnover. And he's going to play on. And he's going to run in, straighten up, and hit the post. Played it well again. You play on from there as a forward if you're not all that confident. Now, the view from behind here, it will bend like a bowler's outswing, because that's what the last set shot did. He played on to try and cut down the distance, which takes that swing out of it. So hopefully he can get them travelling dead straight. And that use of the ball is the reason why Liam Duggan gets a start tonight. Started as a sub his first 2 games. And then last week when he did come on, used it perfectly for West Coast. Gets the start tonight. You can see why with that ball use going inside forward 50. Griffin just took 1 step too many there. Cameron comes out, worried out of it by Schofield. Shield onto the ground and into the action. Off the ground, gets 40 metres up to the dangerous McCarthy. 5 goals last week for McCarthy in just his 4th game. First score for the Giants. Just a rotation at the moment for the Eagles defenders, just trying to get the most dangerous. What they're not allowing as defenders is get it pushed right up the ground so they don't get opened up out the back. Schofield setting up as an anchor at times. McGovern likes to do that. Butler was the last line on that occasion.
Good use of the footy on the way out. Shepherd, then to Marston. He's forced to go backwards. Almost gave it up. Shield almost got there, but Bennell has it. Now to McGovern, and by hand, create the loose man. Shepherd started well. And Heath Shaw reads that the best as it drops short. He wants to move it quickly and go wide. Choice of 2.
Just outread the flight of the ball. Read the play, actually, that player coming forward, Shepherd, was always going to be on the fly and want to kick distance. And it was as if Heath Shaw led to his kick.
McGovern in the way, but well cleaned up by the Giants. They've got numbers out wide.
Keep it short here because it's 2-on-1. He's come out now. It's a 1-on-1 further.
Cameron to McCarthy. Yeah, good use of the body by McCarthy. He's a very talented young man. And this should be his first.
What a great kick. And Cameron, the way that he stayed involved, that he pushed forward at the right time of that contest to get the handball received. But it happens every week. Size just allow, and now McCarthy's just jumped on the bandwagon of getting in behind the defence to take these marks.
I don't know why Shepherd charged the ball carrier then.
McCarthy's been reliable in front of goal, and he kicks his first, and he gets the first for the Giants.
I'm pretty sure, Jono, it was Shepherd. There was a 2-on-1, 2 of them against Cam McCarthy, about 25 metres out from goal. And watch now, he'd come from the bottom of the screen. See, there he is. He looks over his shoulder. He's a Butler. So now Butler charges instead of letting those 2 inside players force him out wider, put him under pressure, and that kick becomes a sky ball. They've got 2-on-1. There's times when you do have to go, but Butler went too soon then.
There's their disposals and averages so far this year, and you look at there. You said Cam McCarthy was leading the way. Well, he certainly is in terms of goals. 3 goals, 2 on average. But
it's 14 now for the season.
He's had a sensational year. But their combination is working
well together.
Oh, they are.
We thought they might have been one-dimensional when Patton went down. I thought it would have been all Cameron, but McCarthy's added another flavour to their forward line, and Cameron's assisting him getting into the game.
Real ring-a-ring-a-rosy in the Eagles forward line. Because now they've swapped over and McInnes has been picked up by Haynes, so he runs Haynes to the goal square. So the Eagles are worried about Haynes' offensive run from half-back line.
Ball coming back to Shuey for a free kick now. He's kicked the ground there. They might still get away with it here, the Eagles. Good work by Wellingham to keep it going forward to Cripps. Inboard the handball over to Yeo on his left boot. Keeps it low and finds Kennedy. He'll drop what he should have taken, but they'll clean up. And there's a whistle.
Advantage has been paid. Advantage was paid.
So players confused, a little bit upstairs like us, but Hill kicks the goal.
Free kick was given. Didn't really hear the whistle then, and Josh Hill took the advantage and then slowed down nearly to a walk.
Look at the bottom,
just had so much space
here.
McInnes, the free kick's against Davis.
Yeah, got the hand over the shoulder there. He's been ridden away from the contest with Kennedy. So he's clawed on to try and get back onto that line. That was a free at the start of the year.
Well, yeah, it was, exactly.
Goal for Josh Hill.
That's gone out the window a bit, hasn't it? Running the opponent of the bloke who's going for the ball in the air, running him off the drop of the ball. That was a free kick in the first 2 rounds. That's gone out of vogue with the umpires now.
Good work by Sheed to get it to Duggan. Another free kick for the Eagles. This one will go back to Sheed.
Getting some wins out of the centre here, the Eagles.
Yep. Long ball, high one for Kennedy to have a run at it, and he got rid of Davis again.
Early push. Yeah, he's striking up with early contact, identifying how far the kick is going, where it's going to drop, makes early contact with Phil Davis, and then gets separation and an uninterrupted run to that spot where the ball's dropping to.
He's kicked the goal, he's hit the post, one's bounced off his chest. He could have 4.
What else can he do? It's place kicking.
Here he goes. What will he do? He kicked this one out in the 4.
See that right to left? It's going to work for him though.
Oh, he came back beautifully. 3rd goal the Eagles, 2nd to Big Josh.
Well, the midfield battle, they're on top at the moment, aren't they, through the middle of the ground. The stoppage set up.
Well, clearances
have been very, very good so far. 4 to zip Eagles' way. And it creates that space from that stoppage. That's where the forwards get to set up the space that they require. Kennedy's the best at it, and he gets a jump straight at it. But this game's going to be won or lost with this midfield battle. There's some good matchups all over the ground, but at the moment, the Eagles are well on top in there.
Well, they've got to work out somehow a way to stop the Eagles in the middle. Kennedy with 2 goals already. Natanui coming from the side here, so this will be interesting. A lot of confidence by this centre forward, and Prittis hasn't been involved.
Yeah, Mumford sneaks around to him and he
we
runs
go.
away.
Mummy wins this one towards Shield. Good take down low. Scully quick hands to Canelio, who mongrels it forward. Floats it inside the forward 50. McCarthy out. Cameron has to spin back. Tried to tap it to the advantage of Kelly. Now comes Griffin.
Oh.
Then he wins the free kick. Bennell over the top of him a little bit, I guess, clumsy on top of him, wasn't it?
Yeah. He almost slid in under him and drew the free kick.
Thought Griffin was good last week. I mean, they had a lot of good players, but he was in their top 5. It was Cameron, it was Shield, it was Haynes.
Nobody's guarding the far point post. Natanui runs to it now, left-hand side of screen.
And he's going to hook it. He wants it to come back.
To that spot, almost. It'll be interesting to see how they go, whether they can get a second or third in the chain from the kicking here.
So McGovern keeps it low, punches it to Prittis. Whitfield come over the top. Smith, Shield, Green around the corner. That's true, that's straight, and they have an answering goal.
Pressure forward of centre on that kick, and that was just a good push-up, good setup from the Giants. You can see here they've got their zone right in the end. Prittis just needed to get the arms out, take that ball out in front.
Lucky
Maybe
Whitfield
got a chop
the,
on the arm.
I think it was Lucky Whitfield got the right hand spoil in there. It's a great example to kids, isn't it? You won't make it onto the stat sheet. You've just got one fist on the ball, but unless you're willing to do it, your team doesn't score.
Right.
Well, so far it's delivered. We've got 2 teams that have been scoring quite freely in the first 4 rounds. 2 in the top 4 of the AFL, and we've got 5 goals already.
Tell you what, on the far wing, that's going to be a good battle. We've got Gaff up against Whitfield. Gaff's a hard runner through the lines, and Whitfield's a beautiful user of the footy and is giving the Giants good use of that ball out on that wing.
When they use him in the chain, something happens.
Absolutely.
And Gaff's been in very good form. Prittis, the Brownlow medalist, to the man I just mentioned in Gaff. Hooks it and gets plenty of distance on it. Davis this time over Kennedy. They're a little bit Kennedy conscious there, and why wouldn't they be? Smith. Big switch from him. Scully. And some hard running here. Goes back through the corridor.
Ooh, that's
2-on-1. It's going to ask a lot of Stewart. Trelaw stands in the way.
I'll tell you what, Stewart was fantastic. And he had to have that ball come forward to at least keep them in the contest.
Marston's kick forward. Dangerous one here for the Eagles. McGuinness is there. Kennedy actually knocks him out of the way. In his desperation to get the footy, will have a ball up 30 metres out from the Eagles' goals.
It's really interesting. Natanui's going to run past. Watch the top of your screen.
Sinclair's taking this ruck.
Gee, why wouldn't he go into it? He's ducked the head there.
Yeah, and that's Dom Sheed.
Now, I think that's Smitty umpiring, is it?
Justin,
yes, it is.
Yeah, Smitty, he ducked the head. That's prior opportunity. Oh, well.
Third man up was Yo. Prittis coming through. Shield gets underneath him. Goes through the legs and somehow comes out to Bug. Green dribbles it out wide. Bennell, good take and good speed and delivers nicely to the top of the square. Big spoil from Patfull. Lovely clean up from Kennedy, but there's a whistle again.
Yeah, on the plate.
It's Natanui's.
He had to. Aiden Paul was outsized, outstretched for the ball. And I reckon he got the right arm to the ball, right fist to it. Was what he did with the left. He might have just clawed on a little hard there.
I was watching McGuinness actually come in hard from behind Natanui and thinking that he probably should have held his ground a little bit to allow Natanui the one-on-one. Got the free kick anyway.
Nick Nat. That's the post. Bangs into the post. There's 2 posts for us. He's trying to bust it.
Tell you what, though, what is dangerous for the Giants right now is the Eagles have gone in 7 times and they've scored on 5 occasions. And they've been all, you think of the ones they've missed, they've been legitimate attempts, really gilt-edged opportunities.
They could easily be 5 straights.
Absolutely.
2 posts.
Yeah.
And smart by West Coast too. I mean, Nick Natanui's pushing forward because Mummy's coming off. He's going there to stretch him. He doesn't want to give Haynes the luxuries of dropping off like he did last week. But he's just stretching him at times, and they got the opportunity but didn't capitalise.
Good spot by Jamie Bennell to bring a boundary throw in here. Sinclair did well, just threw him out the way. Trelaw's handball to no one in particular. Shuey's good at cleaning up here. Yo, left and right. McCrath. Done by Sinclair. Release Schofield, who kicks it very long and very wide. Stewart's up for the spoil. Wellingham under some pressure, and he did the right thing, took it over the boundary line.
Saw Craig Stewart yesterday at Crown Casino in Melbourne. He's just been to a function and he said, yeah, the boy's going all right. It's old Snaggles, his son there. They call him Lord James Stewart. Great player, Craig Stewart.
Ward will come through. They'll hook it quickly, but numbers favouring the Eagles. Butler gets back into the hole, takes the mark. Wants to move it quickly by hand to Shepherd, and he's gone. Crunched by Cameron. Duggan back by hand. Burnell thought about Wellingham backwards and goes forwards to Yo. He's finding a bit of space. That's not a good kick from Wellingham. Cut off by Ward. The forward handball's a bad one. Somehow it gets back to Shield. Gave it out to Mumford, who was standing still. Off one step, he puts it. It might work because it went off the outside of the boot. Schofield spoils well, gets rid of Cameron. Shepherd. Nice pass, LeCras, almost a fumble, but they maintain possession. Marston. Not 15. Back to Shepherd. Not out of danger yet. Marston's kick. 2-on-1 situation, and Duggan will be happy to see it over the line, and he does.
I think both sides just needed this stoppage here just to be able to reset a little bit. A couple of poor decisions from both clubs with handballs on that occasion, setting up their teammates.
Yeah, the Eagles are basically playing a four-man forward line. The other two go up to as high half forwards, and the Giants are playing a five-man back line against them, trying to make Heasaw the loose one.
Kelly got caught. Just took it too easy. Now is he legged?
He might have legged him on the way through.
Yeah, legged on the way through.
Now the original, he's stiff there, Maston.
Slid down.
Yeah, and he kept applying the pressure. Held on to the ankle, I think, as it came through.
So Josh Kelly,
lovely kick of the footy.
Sub last week, had yet to kick a goal this season, but he is a very good user of the ball, as Brad mentioned. Distance won't be a problem from 50.
Good spin anyway.
Almost.
The Eagles should stand you on the mark.
Yes.
See Cam McCarthy there, mate. There it is. And he's a bit stiff. The ankle just got caught underneath his chest as he fell forward.
Yeah. But now went back into traffic there.
Look at Mumford take the back 5 minutes. And this is where they've got to work hard at Mummy, because he'll love this ball up, push sideways.
Over the top, Ward to the advantage of Smith. Not to be, we'll set up again.
Set play there, bit of a nod and a wink, you think, between Ward and Smith. Just the third man up.
Nod and a wink. Saying them all.
That's a big pack around the foot of this ball.
Mumford. Trelaw, that's outstanding footy from Trelaw.
Touched off the boot.
Oh, touched off the boot.
What wonderful reading there.
Yeah.
That is...
There's no room to move there.
Exceptional. He's getting to work over there, young Shepherd, isn't he?
Well, he's holding his head Trelaw, and Shepherd's a bit sore as well, so they must have clashed heads.
Yeah. Long kick up towards McGuinness. From the vision we showed before, didn't quite work this time, but there's still a chance. Cripps gave it up to Scully. Lightning hands by him to Canelio. Canelio into the pocket. Where's Cameron? Where's McCarthy? Oh, it doesn't matter. Wellingham arrives just in time. And here's long kick. Oh, Wilson got there. Scully. Canelio. Haynes.
The Giants' hands in
It's got some reflex, haven't it?
The Giants' hands really tight in, flicking it around to get it to somebody who's in a good position to deliver forward. He's very, very good. The Eagles are holding formation with their forward line strongly. It's giving them great targets up there.
That's not from Mumford, but the kick from Smith only as far as Wellingham. Throws it forward. Nat Nui, but they all go down. Nat Nui, of course, is first up. Hill comes through. Shaw did enough to get rid of Hill to allow Patfield to come in. So they worked it away. Wilson puts on some speed. And then his kick is a poor one. Shepherd. Prittis, Marston, quick hands by the Eagles now. Gaff, Shuey gone.
You had to look inside then, Gaff. He had Hearn bolting through the middle corridor. He came outside again to Shuey, held up. If he had just stepped inside, I think that natural left foot just stepped that way, but if he had just swiveled the other way, it was
sneak up behind Natanui. Hey, Dicko, at ground level, what are you seeing with the Natanui-Mumford battle?
Well, as I mentioned before, I mean, Mummy's come off for a few rests. Natanui's happy to push forward and stretch the defence, but Natanui's not strong around the grounds at the stoppages. I mean, we've seen Mummy get pushed a little bit in this. I just think that Natanui's trying to take advantage. He's actually thinking about his footy, and he'll push forward here and try and stretch Mummy again, because Mummy, I don't know what aerobic capacity he has, but Natanui's actually got his head on tonight, which is good.
I'm just watching him behind play. He's 100 metres away, and he keeps chesting up and bumping Natanui, just pushing him. He's got nothing to do with the play. He just keeps nagging him, gnawing him, letting him know, you're going to cop this all night, mate. He's got to run, get on the bike and run, and use his athleticism.
Willingham gets him some possessions. This will be number 7 for him. Zone in place pretty well here. Good defence by the Giants. One-on-one situation.
Patful should eat that one.
He won it when he hit the ground, but now Prittis a chance. Patful again. Numbers for the Eagles. Yo on hands and knees. Butler. That's a hot handball from him. Good tackle from Griffin. Yo did well. Yo did well to win it back, because the numbers favour the Giants there. Kick around the corner. Haynes, tough one to take. Kennedy next in line for the Eagles. Can he keep it in? Yes. McGuinness. Beautiful handball to Prittis. Got it to Gaff, who kicks it around the corner, dribbles it to the goal square. Still a chance. Off the ground, Hill. Somehow they've kicked the goal.
Turned into a chaos ball in the air, but Prittis was so good that he was going to blaze away, have a shot. And I think it was Gaff. He just saw late, changed his kick, and in the end just scrubs along, gets through to Josh Hill, and he's able to get one off the ground. Kelly just had to be clean, coming through there and pick that ball up.
And he is very clean as a rule.
I have lost him tonight, haven't I, Kelly?
Let's have a look where they're getting them from. And stoppages. The West Coast Eagles got 3 straight turnovers. That's where the Giants got their 2 from, and 1 for the Eagles. But they missed 2 behinds there as well from.
2 goals to Hill, 2 goals to Kennedy. And Shield might get a free kick.
Clumsy, but
pushes it out wide to Nick Haynes. Thought about playing on. Well worked on the mark by LeCraft, forced him to go back. Now Whitfield has a bit of space, and that can be dangerous. Into the pocket. Easy one from the governor. Stewart just misjudging it. Prittis.
Best marking defender in the game at the moment.
He's sensational.
Isn't he good?
Look, and Stewart's working him well. He's trying to engage and then lead at the right time, but
he's trying to drag him further up the field as well.
Whitfield comes in late for the spoil. We've got just under 5 minutes remaining. The West Coast Box enjoying an 11-point lead at the moment. Mumford and Natanui to renew the battle that Ben Dixon's watching closely. Down in front, Mummy. Off the wrong side for Shield. Cameron can't get into the game. McCarthy almost did.
He's very brave in the air, McCarthy. Will run at every ball that comes in, every high ball, give it his best. He's very good like that. He's not far off. You know, he's not far off taking a couple here when he charges in at them.
Ward with strength. Griffin will need some as well. Scully, courage to run through, but there's 4 Eagles standing in the way. Smothered ball. Quick hands Whitfield. Again Shield. Smith. A bit of time. He was hoping for the check side there. It came back the other way after the goal, as they sometimes do, but just a behind to him.
Percentage from that kick. Look, he can kick the mercurial goal. We even saw in the warm-up he kicked an absolute beauty tonight, Devon Smith. But that one there, he just had to be predictable and get it to the top of the square.
And this is again West Coast from the kick in. Brilliant play Duggan's been released and he comes back in board. He waited. He gave his forwards time. And just a bit of communication there. McGuinness missed it. Now, on the way back, what will the Giants do?
This is what the Giants need to do, Matty. They're at 50% of kicking efficiency. I mean, West Coast are putting them to shame in terms of use of the ball. They're at 80 at the moment, so GWS have got to pick this up a little bit.
This is where they've turned it over a lot as well, Dicko, through this middle corridor. This kick now is the one that's missed mostly tonight.
There you go. It's happened again. On cue. Marston. Duggan. Butler. And the Eagles hurt them on the board here. Gaff's got some... Yeah, he's just outside of range here.
Yeah, but if he had gone along, he had a 2-on-1 deeper where McInnes was. So that's a very clever kick. They've got it in hand now.
Goes in the Kennedy direction, but he hooks it too far. And he's sure standing in the way. And he plays on quickly with a bounce. A long kick for Griffin.
Very kind of the show, isn't it?
Yeah. Way out, Whitfield
again. They're used to
the middle.
As a team, that kick, and sometimes by hand so far in this first quarter, has just been too easy. That's what the West Coast love to build from these positions.
Schofield's kick is high. Haynes came out. McGuinness with him. Griffin decided to keep it in. Shaw might get some meterage here, and he did in the end. It's a clever kick. Good crowd in tonight, as there always is here at Domain Stadium for the Eagles.
Clean up the clearances a bit too, the Giants. It's now 9-7 in their favour. It was 5-0 at the start of this game when West Coast were right on top.
See, Mumford backs in and Natanui and takes away his ability to jump at the footy. They've scrapped it out for a win there, the Eagles, though.
Gee, it was a good effort by Sinclair to get down low to get that. Almost won the free kick.
Got tackled. He really should have got the free kick.
Yep. On the up, Whitfield, Bug, Davis. Well, he hooked that far too much back towards the corner.
He needed a sky ball, a drop punt then.
Yep. So now a chance for Sheed to the top of the square. Here they come. McGuinness was up, down. Shuey or Shepherd, but first is Shield. Scully, well, he ran into trouble there. Now McCarthy's under the pump. They go back to Haynes. Just needs to find a target on the outlet to slow it down. He does to Green.
Mumford's got way ahead of the footy on Natanui. He's covering him up now.
Down the line, Green.
McCarthy did well there, Master. Just to get a little bit of body. That's all he could do, and hope that his body just slightly clashing with McCarthy was going to separate his hands. Drop the footy.
A minute and a half remaining. 6 scoring shots apiece, but the Eagles far more dangerous. Treloar with that knock from Mumford to Shield. Forward handball to Griffin. Likewise to Green. He does it again, but it's right to the pocket towards Ward, who keeps it in. He goes back. A chance for Smith. Off the left boot towards Cameron. Bennell crumbing, front square. Dragged down by Cameron. We should have a ball up, and we do.
Got him in the pincer. Natanui's as a forward, 70 metres down the line here. If they can win it out, the Eagles.
Quick hand Shield. Smith looks up, sees Whitfield. Now,
McCarthy's.
He's 55.
Now, McCarthy's got all the room out this side. If he wants to come this side.
Oh, solid collision. Players down. Cameron slow to get up, and
Cameron had a look and then go and said, you can see him say to himself, I've just got to go here, I've got to go, and he did, he committed.
Still slow to get up. Now a chance for the Eagles on the way back inside the last minute of the first quarter. Trainers go to Cameron as the Eagles work it out. Duggan down the line. Should be run out of bounds. It is.
He's had a good first quarter as well. Duggan up to 7 disposals.
Cameron's
lost it.
A knock on the schnoz. A knock on the schnoz.
He did have a look, didn't he?
He just knew, I've got to go here. Look at Hearn coming the other way, the skipper. Great contest.
On the top of the nose.
Right arm came through. Totally legitimate. But I reckon he copped an elbow into the face there.
Shield too high. At least it's picked up where he left off from last week. Started on the bench. Coming up for disposal number 12.
He had a clip in the. He got clipped actually in the warm-up as well on the Achilles from Cullen Ward.
Griffin drills it.
Hold it up.
McCarthy. It's going to go wider. A man inside 50.
He nearly could have straightened himself then, McCarthy, and just gone and broke 50 himself.
Well, Toby Green's improved his kicking. I mean, his first couple of seasons was a big issue for him.
But he's going to need the 1 wood, and he's going to have to leave none of it in the bag.
Exactly, yeah. He's going to have to win the long drive competition. And he's going to kick it from outside 50.
You do get some shelter at this end if you can get it going quick enough at the start. It's not bad.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, he smashed it. Long drive comp won and collects the new driver.
Here they come.
Goal, Toby Green, right on the siren for the Giants. So all of a sudden they go to quarter time with some momentum. They go to quarter time just 4 points down. Jeremy Cameron's got some work to do to get back out in the ground. But we've got a game on here at Domain. As we expected, it's a close one.